the floor where they drop like bombs. Faceless voices running all the cons. Digital whispers in the binary night. No light, no face, pure sound, no sight. Stories unfold in the dark, unscrolled. Echoes of silence, secrets untold. Waves crash loud in this audio cave. No mic, no fame, just the sound we crave. Tune and turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just a vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. In shadows, voices untamed. No need for spotlight, no claim to fame. Just a beat of life in a stream of thought. Every word a punchline, no need to be taught. Just listen close, no visuals needed. Raw conversation, unprocessed, unseated. Feel the pulse in every sentence said. No distractions, just thoughts in your head. Whispers of the streets, rumbling through. Faceless yet vivid, a world in view. No mic, just souls, connecting in flow. Pure and raw, let the rhythm go.
Thomas Young was a remarkable British polymath born in 1773. He was a true Renaissance man, making significant contributions to various fields, including physics, physiology, and Egyptology. In physics, he is best known for establishing the principle of interference of light, providing compelling evidence for the wave theory of light. His famous double-slit experiment is a cornerstone of wave optics. Young also made groundbreaking discoveries in physiology, explaining how the eye focuses on objects at different distances and describing astigmatism. Furthermore, he played a crucial role in deciphering Egyptian hieroglyphs, particularly the Rosetta Stone, unlocking the mysteries of ancient Egyptian language and culture. Beyond these major achievements, Young contributed to diverse areas such as solid mechanics, energy, language, and musical harmony. His brilliance and insatiable curiosity led him to explore and excel in a wide range of disciplines, leaving a lasting legacy in the history of science and scholarship. Thanks for reading No Mic Podcast Scribed by Facelesslingjutsu. Subscribe for free to receive new posts and support my work. Suppose a number of equal waves of water to move upon the surface of a stagnant lake, with a certain constant velocity, and to enter a narrow channel leading out of the lake. Suppose then another similar cause to have excited another equal series of waves, which arrive at the same time, with the first. Neither series of waves will destroy the other, but their effects will be combined. Thomas Young. Thomas Young's early life was marked by exceptional precocity and a thirst for knowledge. Born in Milverton, Somerset, England, he was recognized as a child prodigy. He displayed remarkable intellectual abilities from a very young age, learning to read at an early age and demonstrating a keen interest in a wide range of subjects. His talents extended beyond academics, he was also skilled in practical matters. Young's education was primarily through private tutors, which allowed him to pursue his diverse interests at his own pace. This early exposure to a variety of disciplines nurtured his polymathic nature and laid the foundation for his future achievements in fields ranging from physics and medicine to languages and music. His early life was characterized by an insatiable curiosity and a remarkable capacity for learning, setting the stage for his extraordinary contributions to science and scholarship. Thomas Young's first major work was his groundbreaking research on vision and the eye. In 1793, at the young age of 20, he presented a paper to the Royal Society of London titled Observations on Vision. This work marked the beginning of his investigations into the mechanisms of the eye and laid the foundation for his later contributions to physiological optics. In this initial foray into the field, Jung proposed that the eye focuses on objects at different distances by changing the shape of the lens, a theory that was later confirmed by Hermann von Helmholtz. He also described the condition of astigmatism, a refractive error of the eye, for the first time. This early work on vision showcased Jung's keen interest in understanding the natural world through scientific inquiry. It also demonstrated his ability to combine meticulous observation with insightful theoretical explanations, a hallmark of his scientific approach throughout his career. While he is perhaps best known for his work on the wave theory of light, his contributions to understanding vision were significant and represent an important chapter in his diverse scientific endeavors. Before the turn of the 19th century, Jung began to delve deeper into the study of light. This led him to the revolutionary concept of light interference. In a series of experiments, most notably the double-slit experiment, he demonstrated that light, like waves, could interfere with itself, creating patterns of bright and dark fringes. This provided strong evidence for the wave theory of light, challenging the prevailing particle theory championed by Isaac Newton. Jung's work on light interference was initially met with skepticism, but it eventually became a cornerstone of modern optics. His experiments and theoretical explanations laid the foundation for understanding the wave nature of light and paved the way for future discoveries in physics. Some sources say that Thomas Jung was a deist, which is a belief in a God who created the universe but does not intervene in its affairs. Other sources say that he was raised a Quaker, but it is not known what his personal religious views were. Following his groundbreaking work on light and the wave theory, Thomas Jung's next major area of focus, though perhaps less widely recognized than his optical discoveries, was his significant contribution to Egyptology and the decipherment of hieroglyphs. While not a physicist by training in this area, Jung's linguistic abilities and keen intellect led him to become deeply involved in the efforts to understand the ancient Egyptian writing system. The Rosetta Stone, discovered in 1799, became a crucial key to unlocking the mysteries of hieroglyphs. It contained the same text inscribed in hieroglyphs, Demotic script, and ancient Greek, offering a potential bridge for translation. Jung dedicated considerable time and effort to studying the Rosetta Stone and made substantial progress in deciphering the hieroglyphs. He recognized that some hieroglyphs were alphabetic, while others were ideographic, representing entire words or concepts. He correctly identified the cartouche of Ptolemy V. Epiphanes, a crucial step in deciphering royal names. While Jean-François Champollion is often credited with the ultimate decipherment of hieroglyphs, Jung's work was essential in laying the groundwork for this achievement. He published his findings in articles and in his entry on Egypt for the Encyclopaedia Britannica. Although he didn't fully crack the code, his insights into the grammatical structure and phonetic values of hieroglyphs were invaluable to Champollion's later success. Jung's contributions to Egyptology, while perhaps less celebrated than his work in physics, represent another facet of his extraordinary intellectual breadth and his dedication to unraveling the mysteries of the world around him. The Young-Dupré equation is a formula that describes the relationship between the angle at which a liquid droplet meets a solid surface called the contact angle and the surface tensions of the liquid, solid, and the interface between them. Surface tension is the tendency of a liquid surface to shrink into the minimum area possible, which is why droplets form spherical shapes. The Young-Helmholtz theory, also known as the trichromatic theory, explains how we see colors. It proposes that our eyes have three types of specialized cells, called cones, that are responsible for detecting color. Each type of cone is most sensitive to a different range of light wavelengths, corresponding roughly to red, green, and blue light. When light enters our eyes, These cones are stimulated to varying degrees depending on the mix of wavelengths in the light. The brain then interprets the relative activity of these three types of cones to perceive a wide range of colors. For example, if all three types of cones are equally stimulated, we see white. If the red cones are strongly stimulated and the others less so, we see red. This theory, initially proposed by Thomas Young around 1802, was later expanded upon by Hermann von Helmholtz in the mid-1800s. Together, their work laid the foundation for our modern understanding of color vision. The Young temperament is a system of tuning musical instruments that was developed by Thomas Young. It was described in his lectures and writings, which were likely written around the early 1800s. The Young temperament is a type of mean tone temperament, which means that it is designed to make certain intervals sound more consonant than others. This is done by making some of the fifths in the scale slightly smaller than they would be in a perfectly tuned scale. The Young temperament is a circulating temperament, which means that it is designed to work well in all keys. It is also a regular temperament, which means that all of the fifths in the scale are the same size. The Young temperament is not as widely used as some other temperaments, such as equal temperament. However, it is still used by some musicians, particularly those who play early music. The Young temperament is said to have a warm and mellow sound. It is also said to be well suited for playing music in the keys of C major, G major, and D major. Young's modulus, a measure of a material's stiffness, is named after Thomas Young, who described it in 1807. However, the concept was used in experiments by Giordano Riccati in 1782, predating Young by 25 years. The underlying idea can be traced further back to Leonard Euler's paper published in 1727, about 80 years before Young's work. Young's rule is a formula used to estimate the appropriate dose of medication for children. It's based on the child's age and the usual adult dose of the medication. This rule was developed by Thomas Young sometime in the 1810s or 1820s. It's important to note that Young's rule is not considered very accurate by modern medicine. Children's bodies process medications differently than adults, and these differences aren't solely based on age. Factors like weight, overall health, and the specific medication also play a significant role. Thomas Young died in London on May 10, 1829, at the age of 55. He had been suffering from recurrent attacks of what was described as asthma. An autopsy later revealed that the actual cause of his death was atherosclerosis of the aorta, a condition where plaque builds up inside the major artery leading from the heart. While he wasn't buried in the famous Westminster Abbey, there is a plaque there honoring him. His body rests in the graveyard of St. Giles Church at Farnborough, in the county of Kent. If we seek for the simplest arrangement, which would enable the eye to receive and discriminate the impressions of the different parts of the spectrum, we may suppose three distinct sensations only to be excited by the rays of the three principal pure colors, falling on any given point of the retina, the red, the green, and the violet, while the rays occupying the intermediate spaces are capable of producing mixed sensations, the yellow those which belong to the red and green, and the blue those which belong to the green and violet. Thomas Young. Reference and citation, Young, T. 1793. Observations on Vision. Royal Society of London. This would be cited based on where it was published or an archive source if available. Young, T. 1802. On the Theory of Light and Colors. Philosophical Transactions of the Royal Society of London, 92, 12-48. Hypothetical reference for work on light interference. Young, T. Circa 1815. Contributions to Egyptology. In Encyclopaedia Britannica. Hypothetical, as exact publishing details might not exist, this reflects his contribution to Egyptology. Young, T. 1807. A Course of Lectures on Natural Philosophy and the Mechanical Arts. Johnson. For Young's modulus, though exact reference might be to a specific lecture or section. Young, T. Circa 1820. Musical Temperament. Unpublished manuscript or lecture notes. Hypothetical reference for his work on musical temperament. Young, T. Circa 1820. Young's Rule for Medication Dosage. Unpublished or part of medical notes. Hypothetical reference for Young's Rule. Thomas Young was a highly accomplished polymath, making significant contributions to various fields. Here are some of his notable awards and recognitions: Fellow of the Royal Society 1794, this prestigious fellowship recognized his early scientific promise and contributions. Royal Society Bake Ryan Medal 1802, awarded for his research on the interference of light, which provided strong evidence for the wave theory of light. Foreign Member of the Institute of France 1827, this honor acknowledged his international reputation and the impact of his work on the scientific community.
Mics on the floor where they drop like bombs. Faceless voices running all the cons. Digital whispers in a binary night. No light, no face, pure sound, no sight. Stories unfold in the dark unscrolled. Echoes of silence, secrets untold. Waves crash loud in this audio cave. No light, no fame, just the sound we crave. Tune in, turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just the vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. Hidden in shadows, voices untamed. No need for spotlight, no claim to fame. Just a beat of life in a stream of thought. Every word a punchline, no need to be taught. Just listen close, no visuals needed. Raw conversation, unprocessed, unseated. Feel the pulse in every sentence said. No distractions, just thoughts in your head. Whispers of the streets, rumbling through. Faceless yet vivid, a world in view. No mic, just souls, connecting in flow. Pure and raw, let the rhythm go. Pure and raw. Pure and raw. Turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just the vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. Tune in, turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just the vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. Pure and raw.
Okay.